Good morning, all of you. Now we are back with the chapter Manufacturing Industries, and now today we'll discuss about agro-based industries. I think is it clear to you that agro-based industries is an industry based on agricultural products as its raw material, and it contributes a lot to the total industrial production. Major agro-based industries include textile, sugar, jute, food products, vegetable oils, tobacco, etc. India, which is primarily an agricultural country, 72% of our population depends on agriculture directly or indirectly. Agriculture contributes a major portion of the gross national income. It provides raw material for our numerous industries. They have a prominent place in the national economy. They earn huge foreign exchange by exporting products to numerous countries of the world. Now, we'll discuss about the role of agro-based industry in Indian economy. Indian economy, which is primarily agricultural country economy, even the industrial development of the country depends upon the development of agriculture. Agro-based industry provide employment to the million of people. These industries provide produce various products like yarn, sugar, etc., which are also exported to other countries, and India earns crores of rupees in foreign exchange. These industries also supply various materials and articles to the people of the country. Now we will discuss about textile industries. Textile industries, cotton industry, cotton textile or jute textile. Now, cotton textile. It is the first modern textile mill established in India in 1854 in Mumbai. Now, after that, in India, 1946 cotton and handmade fiber textile mills. In 2011, 80% of the mills in public and cooperative sectors, private sectors. Besides, there are several thousand small factories with 4 to 10 looms. Now we will discuss about why states of Maharashtra and Gujarat have the maximum extent of cotton textile growth. What are the reasons behind it? The most important reason is availability of raw material. In the surroundings area of Mumbai and Ahmedabad, there is a large scale production of cotton. So there is regular supply of the raw material required for this industry. In the adjoining region, favorable climate. Because of maritime situation, these areas enjoy equable climate, which is moist too. So the thread does not break quite often. Port facilities. Port facilities. Mumbai is the major seaport. Machines and the raw materials are easily imported, and the finished products are easily exported to foreign countries. Transport facilities. Both of these centers, that means Gujarat and Maharashtra, are connected to the remaining parts of the country by well-developed means of transport, so the trained labor can move from one place to another. Moreover, the finished products are easily sent to the markets in remote areas for sale. Sources of power. Since adequate power is available in these states as compared to other cotton producing areas, capital is locally available from the Marwaris and Gujaratis because they are having enough capital, market, and labor. Now, one question arises, while spinning continues to be centralized in few states, weaving is highly decentralized. When we are talking about spinning, that is in some parts of the country, but weaving is decentralized. Weaving, 90% of weaving, cutting, and processing is in the decentralized sector because this is the major disadvantage of the industries. Because weaving sector cannot use much of the high quality yarn products produced in the country. Weaving is done by handloom, powerloom, and in mills. Now, India exports yarn to Japan, except that USA, UK, Russia, France, East European countries, Nepal, Singapore, Sri Lanka, and African country. India is the second largest position with 43.13 million spindles after China in 2011-12. Since the mid-80s, the spinning sector has received a lot of attention. But still, there are lots of problems faced by cotton textile industry, and problems are due to long period in operation. The cotton textile machinery has become obsolete and need replacement. India produces good quality staple cotton. Still, we have to import good quality cotton from foreign countries at high prices as our producers production is less than the demand. Our cotton textile cloth in the world market is dearer, power supply is erratic, and machinery in the weaving and processing sector are not upgraded. Labor productivity is low, and cotton textile faces stiff competition with the synthetic cloth machinery. But we will not discuss only the problems, we want the solutions also. So how can we solve these problems? For this, new machinery is to be installed and old are to be phased out. New technology should be replaced with the old ones. Sick mills are being back on the track by taking remedial measures and by giving financial help. Labor is being equipped with latest technology. The working conditions are being improved and cost of production is being brought down to make the cloth more